Actually, nothing about Ashley Parker Angel is predictable. He's kind of the king of music.
Oh, it's Ashley Parker Angel that you
yes.
Oh, yeah, cool.
You love him?
I know nothing about him.
Oh, well, he was the lead singer of O-Town.
I mean, I know that, but and I know he had a small stint in Hairspray on Broadway for a little bit, and that's all I know about him.
You don't know about his solo album, Soundtrack to Your Life?
I knew he had one. I didn't know what it was called.
Oh, well, now you know. Yes, I can lend you the physical CD that I purchased on Amazon.
Did he also have a reality show at some point on MTV?
I mean, he was on the O-Town making the band, of course, but it seems like he could have.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not ringing any bells.
I remember I followed a guy on social media, I think Facebook. This was years and years and years ago. And he was a relatively level-headed person. Yeah. But he was, when I tell you, obsessed with Ashley Parker Angel. He would post a new
Straight
picture.
Guy?
No, gay.
Okay. I don't know. That's why I was confused.
No, but like it was like his celebrity crush, and he would post a new picture of Ashley Parker Angel every single day. And when I tell you, this was years after Ashley Parker Angel was popular.
Wow, I love that for him. That's a very consistent and a loud celebrity crush
with him. Yes, and he would post like pictures that were like 10 years old.
Wow.
And it was just like, oh, you're still on this pic.
Ashley still, I know he does a lot of like shirtless pics for the gram now.
Now?
No, he's very into he's like a fitness influencer person, I think, is kind of his brand.
I mean, good for him. If he still looks good, might as well do it.
He is. And I think his son is on American Horror Story.
Oh my God.
The Lyric Angel, who, yes, I think there was a reality show because that's how I know that his child is named Lyric.
Wow. Guys.
It's all coming back to me now.
Ashley.
As Celine told us.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Two Gay Matts podcast. It's Matt Steele.
And it's Matt Palmer. Sorry, I was adjusting our levels.
Yes, I started the intro, and all of a sudden Matt Palmer stood up and started doing things. And I was like, wait, do I stop? What do I do?
No, start. Keep going.
Okay, guys, I'm going to keep talking.
How are you?
I'm good. Matt Palmer, how are you?
I'm good. I am just getting back from Balboa Island. I went with my man and his family, and it was such a lovely time. It was my first time being there.
Balboa Island's lovely. My friend Megan has like a house down there, and I've gone there a couple times. And Matt Palmer was telling me he was doing paddle boarding, I was, which I did once.
Yes, and I did a stand-up. You did a sit-down.
I sat. Everyone was standing up, and I was like, I'm gonna sit down for this. Or no, I like kneeled a little bit.
I didn't
want to tip over.
Well, that's good because I did tip over, which was tough for me. It was a big fall, I must say. But the worst part about it was I was wearing my new-ish sunglasses that I like very much.
Oh, they were newish.
They were in the past 3 or 4 months.
Oh God!
I know, and it sucks. And sometimes you had to say goodbye and just let things go into the sea. But I feel like I have lost sunglasses in dumber and less exciting ways. So I learned a lesson. Next time I'm on a stand-up paddleboard, let's take the sunglasses off. Let's just squint into the sky if we must.
See, as someone who actively hates sunglasses,
which is weird,
because to me it hurts my eyes more to look at things 12 shades darker than it is to look in the sun. This is why I don't drink or do drugs. Like the thought of seeing things differently from how they actually are just really upsets me.
I feel like there are probably more reasons you don't do drugs, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, obviously because drugs are bad. Yes. But no, that's why I've never had any interest whatsoever. Obviously,
it's just
but because even sunglasses just drive me nuts. I hate the feeling of wearing them.
But what about when you're driving home and the sun is right in your eye?
I mean, I just put my little sun blocker down. What's it called? Visor? Yeah. I just put that down. It's fine.
Interesting. Yeah. I feel like I still would squint.
It is a little hard because we live on the west side. And so if we're driving home west during when the sun is setting, the sun is literally
directly.
That is hard.
That's why I like to keep my sunglasses generally just in my car at all times. So we're on a beach. It was that kind of day.
To me, the thought of having sunglasses and having to bring them everywhere you go and people taking sunglasses so seriously is just very strange for me.
I mean, it's not like I'm taking them seriously. I just want nice ones. I like when things are nice.
You spent so much money on
sometimes you got to spend money to look nice.
I can't.
And I'm going to have to buy them. The thing is, I've literally just been places where I've just physically lost them for no reason. And that's more upsetting to me than I was, my options were go to the top of the water and begin to breathe again or dive for my sunglasses. And I made the right choice.
I also don't really like natural bodies of water.
Well, it really feels like the beach is your place from what you've described.
Obviously, like I'm a redhead, so like going down the shores, I go for the rides and for the food and for the fun.
Do you have to like slather yourself in sunscreen?
Oh, I need to just bathe in it. Yeah, it's.
But
terrible.
you do pretty well. I feel like I've never, in all our time together, I've never seen you with a sunburn, or not a bad one at least.
Oh, that's because I I take care.
That's great.
I stay indoors.
I love that for you. I mean, an indoor cat is a cat I like. So.
Wow, I just like gave a whole rant about a bunch of stuff I didn't like.
So how was your week?
My week, it was great.
Good.
Like I had a very nice week.
Yeah.
I hurt my back yesterday. I don't know how. Guys, I swear, I do have wonderful weeks. It's just Saturday nights, bad things happen, and then Sunday mornings when we record this podcast.
Did you wake up with the back issue, or when did this
It was like late at night, and I was starting to feel it, and I was like, oh man. And like, I don't have like problems, like I don't have back problems, but like occasionally like there will be like a day once every like 6 months where like my back really hurts and I can't do anything, and today is just one of those days.
Hey, it happens.
What are you gonna do? It's better than having like a super chronic problem.
Oh no, of course. No, I know people who have to deal with like back or like hip issues for so long, and it's like that sounds like such an awful headache. And so every 6 months is fine. That's kind of like me with Hives. And speaking of, guess who got Hives last night?
Who?
You're looking at
Girl.
him. I know.
You look fine.
I know, because I took a Benadryl last night. But
your skin is flawless.
Thank you.
Oh
but yes, no, last night in my I don't know what this is. The inside of your elbow, like elbow butt, or what I know what this would be.
Your inner arm.
Inner arm, yes. You know what I'm talking about.
Where it bends, where they take blood.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I looked down when I was at dinner. I was like, I'm kind of itching, and I had like a whole plethora of hives all in that area, and then they seem to get wider, but then less high, and then they eventually went away without any sort of Benadryl. But then, as I was going to bed, I looked in the mirror, and there was a hive across my neckline. That was just like where my t-shirt touched my body. And so then I took a Benadryl and had very weird dreams.
Oh.
Not to go into them too much, because I feel like Matt Steele hates when people talk about dreams, but
I think dreams are fun.
One of them was pretty interesting. So
Don't say I hate more than what I...
No, I feel like you've told me, like, what's not interesting is when people tell me about their dreams. I feel like that's a sentence you've said to me.
I've probably said that. I've definitely said that. I feel like I've said it like when I've been in a bad mood, and I'm just like, everyone just leave me alone.
Well,
but I don't mind hearing your dream. Benadryl-induced dream.
I will keep it quick, because it also was very detailed. And I retold it early in the morning so that I remember it. So I had a dream that Chrissy Teigen and John Legend invited me over for a sleepover with like a bunch of people. It was like a party. It wasn't like a sexual thing, just so we're all clear. So I went to their house for a sleepover, and I woke up and I saw that my car had been towed. And so I talked to Chrissy. I was like, oh my God, I think my car was towed. What happened? And she's like, yes, they towed it, but they also came to our door and asked if Matt Palmer lived here. And I didn't know what to say. And like, this is my first time really hanging out with her. And so I felt so bad putting her in that position that she'd have to like send me live for me. So I apologized for that. And then I overheard, we were at a pool party as well during the second day. John Legend was talking about how he had written Lana Del Rey a handwritten note to like want to collaborate with her. And he had received a handwritten note back from Lana that just said no.
Bitch.
And I felt really bad for him. And I remember I hugged him and I cried, and I was like, I prefer your music to hers any day of the week. Like
you've never even listened to her.
I really
music.
haven't. I've heard Summertime Sadness and the one that was on the Gatsby soundtrack, but
we do like that song.
That's a good song.
Yeah, not Summertime Sadness. the Summertime Sadness was always fine for me. It was just like overplayed, and I was like, I'm tired of hearing this.
Young and Beautiful.
Young and Beautiful is great.
It is great. And I maybe I should give her music. I hear that her new album is great, so maybe I should give it a fair shot. But I haven't. And I also had a separate dream in the same nighttime cycle of me auditioning for like a community theater production of Les Mis, which I was wrongfully not given a role in 11th grade. We'll never get over. But I was auditioning for Chabert. They liked me. I don't think they heard me sing, but I was going to sing Nobody Needs to Know from the last 5 years.
Beautiful. Yes. Perfect for Les Mis.
I feel like I sang that for my ragtime audition.
Wow.
In like 10th or 11th grade. And I got a call back, so.
Okay.
And it was like the national like youth ragtime thing.
Okay, so the vocals must have been there, where you sang a completely inappropriate song, and they were still like, we are still going to give him a call back.
You can hear my tone, you can hear the range, darling.
I guess, but in the musical theater world, that would not fly.
Why?
They would be like, this is not right. This is not, these two shows, there is no Venn diagram overlap.
I'm sorry for being such a versatile vocalist. Who do I apologize to for this?
But I'm happy you had a very fun dream with Chrissy Teigen. You want to know why I got those hives? It's because you were in a natural body of water.
I don't know
that
if that was
algae
it.
or the fish or something was eating
The
you
thing
alive.
is, I
don't trust it.
I feel like I was with people who have a lot of allergies, and they're like, oh, maybe it was this, maybe it was this. And it's like, truly, since I've been getting hives, I've gone down the like, oh, what am I allergic to path. I've been to an allergist, and they're always like, I don't think it's anything. It could just be stress. And it's like, you know what? I'm not going to do several more rounds of testing to figure out what I'm allergic to, and for them to tell me, oh, we don't know. It's like, give me a break. I never want to figure out what I'm allergic to.
Are you stressed about your sunglasses?
I don't think so.
Wow, those must have been really nice sunglasses if they gave you hives. The fact that you lost them.
I mean, I did miss them. I mean, I'm probably, after we record this, going to go to Sunglass Hut and get the exact same pair.
Okay, great. And pretend like it never happened.
I am,
Guys, we're old, we're dying, we're getting hives, our backs are killing us.
It's happening.
But you know what? We still have our energy, we still have our enthusiasm.
And we still have our skin.
And we
looking
do.
Nice. I mean, besides when the hives are around.
When the hives are around, yeah.
So, do you want to hop into the news, the pop culture news of the week?
Let's do it, guys.
All right, news for idiots. Speaking of getting old and retiring, Nicki Minaj has decided to retire, supposedly. So she sent a tweet out last week that said, let me see the initial tweet. She tweeted, I've decided to retire and have my family. And this feels like it was very abrupt and out of nowhere, and I don't know. I feel like she's a person that feels like she's underappreciated as a rapper and a female rapper. And especially now that, the Lizzos and the Megan Thee Stallions and everybody keeps popping up. And of course, the Cardi B's, she feels like she doesn't get her proper credit where she's due because she's been around for so long. And she feels like she has started the latest wave of female rappers. And I don't know. I feel like she's a person that wants that credit a lot. Like she's, even though Cardi B has a Grammy, she does not. And even though Cardi B and Lizzo now have number ones, she does not. And I feel like she just wants to feel the love. She wants, the sun to shine down on her. And I get that. Yeah. But I also don't think she's retiring. You know what I mean?
Girl,
like,
raise your hand if you think she's retiring.
I know.
Everyone sits on their hands. Like, no one believes this. I'm sure, girl, I'll see you in 9 months. Like when you pop up with like a new song and be like, surprise, it was all a scheme.
Exactly. New album coming soon. And
she
tweeted, someone tweeted her, a stan, I assume, tweeted, can you please address this retirement thing? You're never left us so hurt in your entire career. We're just hurting Nicki. It's us. It's the Barbs. Please. And she said, I'm still right here, still madly in love with you guys, and you know that. In hindsight, this should have been a Queen Radio discussion, and it will be. And Queen Radio's her Apple Music like podcast radio show that she has every once in a while. It's weird. I promise you guys will be happy. No guests, just us talking about everything. The tweet was abrupt and insensitive, and I apologize, babe. Heart.
All right, Nicki. Well, I don't know where any of this is going.
I don't either.
I don't know what it's
I feel like it's going to end with her having new music, right? Like
of course it is.
I feel like people classically have announced their retirement. Jay-Z has announced his retirement before. Cher has gone on, I assume, several retirement tours and Vegas stints. Musicians that are solo acts don't really retire. Like they will be around forever. This is their talent, their job, and their passion. So even if they take a long break, they take a break, like they say in Hamilton.
Yeah, everyone takes a break to have a kid or two or whatever.
Yes, why not? But I feel like musically, she's not done. She's got more to say.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I feel like as soon as there are a bunch of female rappers doing so well, and she's like, oh, I'm retired, but she's like, but I want to be doing really well. I'll show them, and she'll be back.
Yeah.
So
she'll be back when they all disappear.
Yes, not everybody has that. So, I guess we'll just keep an eye out for Nicki and see what she says on this Queen Radio thing. I don't think I'll be listening to it because I'm a Spotify, not an Apple Music, but I'm sure there will be websites that will tell us, the gist of what happened. So I'll keep my eyes peeled.
All right, guys.
Other things. Scarlett Johansson. I just feel like she, at this point, doesn't care about the bad press. Like, because she must just know, like, that she is continually stepping in it and saying things that are problematic and people aren't going to like it. And she just must not care, right?
Yeah,
like
it's fascinating. We have brought up Scarlett Johansson almost as much as we have brought up Hilary Swank on this podcast. And that is a lot of times, guys.
And it's just odd because I have no strong feelings for or against Scarlett Johansson as an actress or outside of her snafus as a person.
She's done lots of great stuff, I've always enjoyed her performances.
I feel like, yes. So Scarlett Johansson essentially has come out and said that she is always going to be supportive of Woody Allen and believes him and defends Woody Allen on all of these counts. And it's like
she said she's spoken to him a number of times directly about this issue. Yes. She believes him. She would gladly work with him again.
Yes, I see Woody Allen whenever I can, and I have a lot of conversations with him about it. I've been very direct with him, and he's been very direct with me. He maintains his innocence, and I believe him. Was she asked about this specifically? I haven't looked into this story that closely because, again, I was on vacation.
Yeah.
So, do you know that this was in response to someone asking her? What's she even promoting right now?
She does have a movie coming out this year. She's in Oscar contention for A Marriage Story.
Okay, this is not a Woody Allen
Driver. No, it's not a Woody Allen film. She's done 3 films with Woody Allen, and I forget what I read in the article, if she was prompted with a question. I doubt she must have been. I doubt she was just like, hey guys, I have an announcement.
A Karamo.
Yeah,
we love Sean Spicer.
I have an announcement. Right. I love Woody Allen.
Yeah.
So I mean, she has worked with him a number of times.
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, I get that the Woody Allen case is not as cut and dry as like a Bill Cosby case or a Roman Polanski case. But did you hear Roman Polanski won? Oh, Jesus Christ. At the Venice Film Festival, Roman Polanski won the grand jury prize. Lord knows, probably got a standing ovation. Like, of course, he wasn't there to accept it because he can't leave the country he is currently in.
That's why I always roll my eyes when people are like, cancel culture is the worst thing. We shouldn't be canceling people. And it's like, none of these people are ever canceled. They will all come back. Just wait.
Yeah, and it's kind of just like, you can't say that in regards to Roman Polanski because like he actively fucking did it.
Oh,
like,
he absolutely, there's no
raped
doubt
a 13-year-old girl.
In anyone's mind. That is just a fact.
Like, this isn't just like, ooh, cancel culture. It's like, no, Roman Polanski did it.
I know.
Bill Cosby did this to these women.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I would even argue that Woody Allen's case is even less cut and dry than Michael Jackson's case. But the best thing you could possibly say in defense of Woody Allen's case is, I'm not sure if he did it, which to me is not enough for me to say, sure, I would love to work with him.
Right.
You know,
I just feel like she could have said, I don't know why people are so afraid to say, I understand why you're asking me this question. It is a hot topic with a lot of great points. I don't feel comfortable speaking on this topic.
Yes, because either I don't know enough on the issue. You can say I feel I feel horrible for everyone involved. Well, maybe not everyone involved if he did it. Right. You don't feel horrible for him. But just say this is a very hard thing to discuss. I know a lot of actresses have made a very firm stance about regretting working with him.
Right.
I don't know enough about this.
Right. Or even just to be like, just trust that I have spoken to him about this and we've gone back and forth. But I'm not turning a blind eye to it, but it's not really something I'd like to comment on publicly. And it seems like she is just allergic to those words. It's like, sweetie, you don't have to have a comment.
You don't have to have a comment, especially really something that you genuinely don't know about.
And also that you didn't do. Like, you don't have to if it's someone you're working with that like has done something that is not agreeable, but you still have decided to work with them because of whatever your choice may be, I may not agree with that and I may talk shit about you, but you don't have to vocally defend him. It's like when Kim Petras came out and said, I don't believe Dr. Luke did that to Kesha. And it's like, Kim, you are a new artist and I wanted to stan you because she's a trans girl and her pop music is great, but don't belittle other people's stories that are based in something they lived and something they experienced and just say, I just don't think he did it.
Yeah, and if you don't know about it, just say you don't know about it. That's a perfectly fine stance.
You can choose who you want to work with, but to defend them in this way about something that you truly you weren't there for, or there could be some cloudiness around, it's just a bad look.
Well, and also just like, I would love to work with him again. It's like, girl, he's never getting American distribution ever again.
Wow.
Like his recent film, Rainy Day in New York, it's called something like that.
Who's in it?
I think that's the one with Timothy Chalamet.
Oh.
And Rebecca Hall is in it. I think it's premiering in the world, but he can't find American distribution.
Wow. I thought Timothy Chalamet soon after Call Me By Your Name was like, I'm donating all the proceeds.
He did,
this.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
And that film is not premiering in the U.S.
Shit.
And nothing Woody Allen does from here on out probably will ever premiere at the U.S. unless there's some sort of news that he is definitely 100% innocent.
Right.
Right. So it's kind of just like, girl, like, who would work with him again? Because it's not like you're going to be furthering your career.
No.
And I guess she considers Woody a friend and everything. So she would want to do more than just further her career. But still, it's kind of just like, this doesn't benefit anyone.
So, of course, Dylan Farrow retweeted and said, because if we've learned anything from the past 2 years, it's that you definitely should believe male predators who maintain their innocence without question. Scarlett has a long way to go in understanding the issue she claims to champion. So, I think we should listen to Dylan Farrow, listen to people who are victims. And, I wasn't there either, but I am always on the side of the victim until proven otherwise. Just like if you're going to come out, I just think there are fewer people claiming to be victims that are lying than there are predators who are claiming to be innocent, And so I'm just going to be Team Dylan. If she's telling me it's bad, it's bad. I will not be watching Woody Allen. And Scarlett, just don't answer. So
just don't answer.
Just don't. Like, imagine being her publicist, her PR person. You must be like, ugh. I heard that she has the same PR person as Kristen Bell, and it's like, ugh, night and day. You know who never steps in it? Kristen fucking Bell. Oh, she's a queen. I feel like I need to watch her show too, The Good Place. I've only heard amazing things about it, but I just haven't made the time.
Oh, I've heard it's great.
I've heard it's amazing. Yeah. So that's something I plan to do. So I don't know if you've been keeping up with Princess of Pop Britney Spears in the past week, but
I've seen her. She's posted some stuff.
Yes, but there's news. Okay. So Britney's dad, there are so many articles that I'm only reading from the latest one, but from what I understand, Britney Spears' father, Jamie, Kevin Federline went to the police and basically said that Jamie Spears had physically harmed one of their children. And from what I hear, one of either Sean Preston or Jaden James Jamie had gotten angry and one of them had hidden in a bathroom. Mm-hmm. Jamie knocked the bathroom door down and violently shook one of the children.
I heard this.
Kevin was granted, the children were granted a restraining order against Britney's father. And I believe Kevin also now has 70 or 80% custody versus Britney's 20 to 30, something like that.
Wow, Britney has that little?
I mean, she had 50-50 until this week, but it was in the works before this happened, I think. But then today it comes out that Britney Spears' dad, Jamie, is asking to step down as conservator after alleged altercation with Britney's son. So, he is asking to temporarily not be her conservator and for it to be put over to a different person, a lady whose name, Jody Montgomery, a woman who he describes as Spears' care manager, to be appointed as temporary conservator. But I just don't know what's happening here, and I don't know if this is all leading to Britney Spears not having a conservator, or I don't know what's going on with her relationship with her father, because I know when Domination was canceled, what they told us was that Jamie Spears is not in great health and Britney's focusing on her father and the family. But what I hear from, the hashtag Free Britney movement, not that we want to wade too far into those waters because it's a murky place. But from what I understand, their relationship is actually not as great as is being purported from the media and what the statements that the Britney Spears camp have made. And I think it's so hard reading all of this stuff about her and her conservatorship and this custody thing, because it's like, if anyone deserves peace at this point in their lives, it's Britney fucking Spears.
Yeah, I'm sad. That's all I have to say.
It's not even fun. It's just sad, and I hope this ends with her being happy and having the freedom that she wants. And I don't know. I of course loved Glory. I love her performances, but if she never made music again, but could find her happiness and find her bliss outside of all of this rigmarole, and she and Kevin could co-parent well, that would be more important to me.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I feel like we've sucked so much life out of her and requested so much, and then her personal life has gone through so many ups and downs that it's I just want her and her hot boyfriend to go off and be happy and to see those kids as much as she can.
Yeah, there's kids involved. Let's make things good.
I just feel like, is that also not enough? Jamie Spears' physical altercation with the son thing, is that not enough to get him completely disregarded as a conservator? To me, that's this person has the ability to be physically abusive to a child. So clearly, how do we know he's not physically or emotionally abusive to Britney? I don't know. It's just, I feel like it raises a lot of questions.
Yeah, knocking down a door.
Come on.
Who does that?
So I don't know. Pray for Britney is what I'm saying. We don't really have much to say about it, just besides we love her and we love her.
Stream glory.
Stream glory because it's iconic.
Yeah.
Speaking of people, celebrities, young child stars who are dealing with the mental health issues that come out of that. Justin Bieber, did you see this? He made an Instagram post, a very, very, very long Instagram post, and it was a heartfelt Instagram post on Monday, September 2nd. The singer discussed how jetting to superstardom at age 13 and the issues that came along with fame shaped some of his struggles with mental health and substance abuse once he reached adulthood. So it's a long one, so I'm not going to read it, but essentially he details his struggles with depression and the fact that he went from being the 13-year-old who was so adored by the world and the media, and then eventually he became an adult who was lashing out, and a young adult who the world had turned on and really hated, and he became very depressed and apparently was abusing hard drugs, which I did not know, but he admits to this in his Instagram post, and he had access to everything he wanted, and having the whole world flipped on its head ended up contributing some of the problems he has expressed dealing with as an adult. He expressed that the ups and downs of being an entertainer led to his usage of heavy drugs by the age of 19, as well as pushed him to abuse all of his relationships, as well as he's noted specifically he had been disrespectful to women. He became resentful and angry. He wrote, he became distant to everyone who loved him, and he was hiding behind a shell of a person that I had become. I felt like I could never turn it around. So I don't know. Between Britney and Justin, it's like, man, child stars. That's bad.
It's rough. It's rough. Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Especially because with Justin Bieber and Britney Spears a little bit, it seems like it turns real quick.
It's really
like
quickly.
Justin Bieber went from just being innocent little almost Disney Channel celebrity to then just like 2012 hit, and it was like bam.
Yes, like he's public enemy number one. Yes. Like he's peeing in janitors.
Throwing up on stage.
Yes.
Just like bragging about it. Like it's and then that weird interview where some sort of he was being interviewed by the cops for something.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
And he was like, and they were like, tell us like about Selena Gomez, and he was like, don't ask me that question. Like, don't you dare ask me about her. Oh. Something I don't even remember what it was. It was a long time ago.
This whole disrespectful to women thing did make me think like, what did Selena Gomez go through during this time? Like, I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I feel like the celebrity thing is so weird because so many people want to build you up just to tear you down. And like, that's the most exciting thing for people. And it's one thing to do that to an adult who is consenting and making these decisions as an adult human being with a fully formed brain. But like, these are 13-year-old and 16-year-old kids that are going through this. Like, how do you expect someone to come out of being that famous at that age and then turn into, a normal human being? Like, it's impossible.
It's hard.
I'm trying to think what child stars have turned out okay.
Lacey Chabert.
Oh, she did. That's true.
What an icon.
An icon. She wasn't Bieber, Britney level, but absolutely. I love everything she does. She was so great.
So guys, it's possible.
You got to be like Lacey Chabert. Dakota Fanning seems like she's doing well.
She's doing very well. She kind of disappeared for a little bit, but now and she was back and in my opinion gave the best performance in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
She was good in
that. And to continue on with the Hallmark movie channel women, Candace Cameron Bure.
Oh,
she didn't become a mess.
She didn't become a mess. She does things that I'm like, but she
I'm
seems
sure
together.
She's a nice person.
She seems together. That is true.
Jodie Sweetin. I was about to say all the Full House kids, but Jodie Sweetin had a rough time. Jodie Sweetin was a meth addict.
Was she really?
Yes.
I don't know.
This?
I don't follow any of the
Jodie Sweetin was a
people.
meth addict. Yeah, I mean she's great now. She's doing very well now. Oh. Yeah, but Jodie Sweetin had a very rough time.
And even Lori Loughlin's in that Full House. There's a lot of drama in the freaking Full House cast.
Candace Cameron Bure rose above.
I know.
What's his name?
John Stamos.
John Coulier.
Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier. He broke Alanis Morissette's heart.
Unforgivable. John Stamos broke up with. I don't know who broke up with whom, but broke up Rebecca Romaine. Used to be married, not anymore. That's not so bad.
I mean, that's not bad. Like literally going through a breakup isn't bad.
I mean, that's what happened with Alanis and Dave Coulier.
Yeah, but he broke up.
I mean, you ought to know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it was just like a regular breakup, but of course, after that album,
I read a tweet today.
I imagine that he just like punched her in the face several times.
I read a tweet today that was like, never date a songwriter, and a songwriter wrote it, and I was thinking like, I guess that makes sense. I remember I was dating this guy and we were like hanging out or whatever. And at some point he looked at me and said, "Are you going to write a song about this?" And I was like, "Probably."
And did you, Matt Palmer?
I actually didn't. He was one that got pretty spared. I feel like he luckily had worse people around him.
Okay.
That he kind of flew under the radar.
Okay, well, guys, the new album is not done yet.
It's not done yet.
Next Matt Palmer album.
You never know who's going to get talked about.
Oh, he's probably shaking in his boots right now.
He'll be fine. Compared to some of the others, he was fine. R.I.P. Chris March, Project Runway.
I know, I saw that at 17. He had a heart attack, right?
He had a heart attack, and I feel like a couple of years ago, he had either another heart attack or a stroke or something, and he had a GoFundMe going around because insurance is insane. Did you know that GoFundMe is the largest insurer in America at this point because of how much money is raised on GoFundMe to pay for people's medical bills? It's insane.
Wow.
I know, but Chris March, who was on Project Runway the same season as
season 4, iconic season of Project Runway.
And if you've seen any season of Project Runway, you've seen season 4. Christian Siriano is still killing the game. Like,
oh my God, the top 3: Christian, Rami, Jillian, all amazing.
They were all amazing.
And then Chris March, I think he didn't make it to the top 3, but he still showed at Fashion Week, which is what they do. Like, the top 5 always shows at Fashion Week because they can't. The fashion shows happen before they announce who the top 5 is.
Right.
So like they don't want to announce who the top 3 is. So all the most recent ones, I was about to say evicted, but no, this isn't Big Brother.
Yeah.
Eliminated have to show during Fashion Week to give the appearance like, ooh, they may be in the top 3. And Chris March famously had an incredible runway show.
Did they show it on
and people were like, oh wow, he must be in the top 3, and he wasn't.
Wow. I didn't know that. I know that he was one of the most popular people on the season, even though he wasn't top 4. He was given his own show called Mad Fashion, which ran for 1 season, 10 episodes, and he was later brought back to Project Runway for one of its all-star seasons. Over the course of his long career, he designed for lots of stars, including Madonna, Beyonce, and Lady Gaga. So he clearly made such an incredible mark, and he was such a joy. I feel like I remember watching him and just feeling like he was a joyful human being. Oh, he
was so positive about everything. He was so wonderful.
He radiated through the screen, and it's just like, it's so sad that we're getting to the point in our lives that people that we grew up loving are no longer with us.
I know. I mean, he did die young. So
he did. Yes. No, he was 56, I think.
56, yeah.
Ugh. Horrifying.
We love you, Chris. This podcast is dedicated to you.
It is. And the last thing that I wanted to touch on today, my queen, one of my many queens, Friends superstar Jennifer Aniston, who, by the way, I felt very much a kinship with when I was stand-up paddleboarding, because I feel like I see a lot of paparazzi pictures of her and Courtney Cox stand-up paddleboarding, and I'm like, I wonder if she's ever lost sunglasses in the sea like I have. But she did receive some backlash for the, quote, spray tan, skin tone on her cover of In Style. I've heard it's the Aniston Gate is what they're calling it.
Jesus.
And she's on the cover of In Style magazine's October Beauty issue, with the actress shooting 5 different covers with 5 different looks. The magazine revealed the covers on Instagram this week, and fans quickly noticed that with one of them, Aniston is sporting an extremely deep spray tan. Have you seen this picture?
I have. I've seen darker tans.
I have too, but it is weird. I feel like there are some times where I look at Ariana Grande too, and I'm just like, what are we doing? I feel like
I'm more like that look to me feels so dated. The incredibly
that's
fake tan.
Yeah, that's
girl, white girl. I feel like that is very
Jersey Shore.
Over 10 years ago.
Yes.
So when I saw this cover, I was kind of just like, oh, this isn't what I feel like is big now.
Yes. No, it looked really odd. And I don't know. I feel like I understand a lot of the criticism for it, because I feel like, Black people are on the covers of these magazines and being touted as this beauty issue so rarely. It's like when you see oh my God, you won't believe Kylie Jenner. She's debuted a new look, and it's just braids or something. And you're just I don't know. So I love me some Jennifer Aniston, and obviously she didn't have control over the entire shoot, but it's I don't know, maybe this is just me, but I always am wary of white people when they send the emojis with different skin tones, and the skin tone's always a little too dark, and it's just use the white one.
That's why I use the yellow one.
Yeah, use the yellow
I use
ones.
the original. When they got all, I was just like, oh, it's just yellow. Just yellow.
Keep it yellow. Or if you're going to be a white person and send it, you use the whitest or like the second whitest. Anything beyond that, it always raises a flag. It's like, that's a little like, what are we doing? So this is kind of like that for me. It's like just a little bit like, this isn't the best look. Hopefully she doesn't do this again. Because it's just like, I don't know. The comments I'm seeing on Twitter, Jennifer Aniston being unproblematic is not a valid argument to defend her heavy tan on that cover, so please STFU forever. To my fellow pale ladies, please cool it with the spray tans. They don't make you look better. You just look like a culture vulture. Embrace that ghostly glow.
Wow.
And as someone who's not a tanner yourself, if you were doing a magazine shoot, still, and they were like, we're going to give you a nice tan, you're going to look like Zac Efron, but with the curls, it'll be so great, so great, so great. Would you take it or would you leave it?
I would look insane. Like they would never ever do that. Like I have red hair. But no, that's no.
You could look like Blake Griffin. No, they could tell you.
No, I will never look like Blake Griffin, guys. Maybe I could look like Blake Griffin. But like, if I were to look like, but that would literally be blackface.
But hey, that's what you've got to tell your fellow whites. So if you could pass it around in like the white Facebook groups for us, that like this
sure,
is
all the white Facebook groups I'm a part of.
Yes, just tell them that these people don't like this.
Exactly. Speaking of Kylie Jenner, I had dinner with Kylie Jenner.
That is not true, but you can tell the real story.
She was at the restaurant. I was at whatever.
I do love that.
I didn't know it was her, but I like saw her and I looked and I was like, that girl looks like she could be famous.
Yes.
But I don't know what Kylie Jenner looks like. I don't care about her. I mean, I wish her the best, whatever. But like, I don't know her well enough to be like, oh, that's Kylie Jenner. And so as we were walking outside, she like left around the same time I did. As we were walking outside, paparazzi took a picture of me and the person I was with and Kylie Jenner driving away in her car. We just were in the same paparazzi picture.
I love that. I feel like we need to find those paparazzi.
We need to find
photos.
This paparazzi picture. If you find a picture of Kylie Jenner driving a white squarish car, I don't know what cars are which, so like it was a squarish car. She was wearing white. She looked very nice. And she's leaving a restaurant, and there are two guys next to the car. I am one of those guys.
Oh,
yes.
Who's the other guy?
Another guy.
Okay.
And
so would you say that this was a date?
I would say it was another guy.
Okay.
And
He loves opening up about his personal life. If we're not clear on that.
And so the other guy I was with was like, oh, that was. He was like, oh, that was Kylie Jenner.
You don't have to do.
He has an accent. The other guy has an accent. He was like, oh, that's Kylie Jenner. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, that's cool, or whatever. And then we walked into a coffee bean, and I was like, and then he was like, what? And I was like, I'll tell you later. And then another person left Coffee Bean, and I was like, oh my God, that was Robert from Big Brother 4. And so he was like, why are you freaking out about this when we just saw Kylie Jenner?
I mean, the definition of celebrity is different for everyone, but I'm glad you saw
Big Brother 4 from 2003.
Wow. Yeah. Many moons ago.
Hey, I remember him.
We love it. So let's take a momentary break, and we'll be back soon with Giving You Moments, Darling, and Email My Heart.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Two Gay Mats podcast.
Oh my gosh, we're back.
We took a long break.
This was our first actual break. Matt still had to go to work.
I had to go to work. And guys, it's been how many hours? Like 8? I don't know. And my back is feeling incredible. I was doing kicks and spins and everything in the living room, and Matt Palmer was very depressed.
And that always gets me depressed. And also, what's happened in the interim is Chrissy Teigen and the president are in a Twitter war.
Are they?
Yeah. The president was, tweeting about something crazy.
I don't need to know.
There's no
exhausted
need. All
already.
We need to know is that Chrissy Teigen called him a pussy-ass bitch, which I enjoy.
Cool. Great. Awesome. So, guys, we are on to Email My Heart, where you guys send us emails with a bunch of fun questions, and we answer them.
Yes.
If you would like to be a part of Email My Heart, you can email us at twogaymats@gmail.com, T spelled TWO. Let's jump right into it. We have 3 that we're going to do today because they're pretty short, I feel.
I'm never going to get over the fact that be a part of Email My Heart rhymes. Is that not exciting for you every time you say it?
It's very exciting to me.
I love it.
Would you like me to jump up and down again?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. So the first one is from Helen. Hi, Helen. She says she loves the podcast so far. Been subscribed to the YouTube channel for 3 years.
I love that you read all the compliments in the emails.
I do. Well, this one is very long and it's a lot of compliments, and I'm trying to sort of paraphrase.
Okay.
She says that she loves the West End production of Company, especially Rosalie Craig's performance as Bobby.
Okay.
And she's really excited about the Broadway transfer because I don't know if you know this, Company's coming back.
Okay. You might have told me that.
Yeah,
with Patti LuPone?
With Patti LuPone, Bobby is played by a woman, and it was just announced that Katrina Lenk is playing Bobby.
Oh,
Katrina
I saw
Lenk,
you tweet about this, but I don't know Katrina Lenk.
Katrina Lenk, she was in the band's visit. Remember at the Tony Awards in 2018, she sang the song Omar Sharif, and I was like, oh my God, that was incredible. And you were like, what?
This sounds familiar.
Katrina Lenk is incredible. I'm very excited to see her.
All right, great.
So this question is basically for me. Matt Steele, I'm interested to know your thoughts on this revival and transfers from the West End in general. I love transfers from the West End. 2019, I feel like, is going to be my year of being obsessed with or rediscovering my love of British musicals. But that's neither here nor there because Company is very much an American musical that was just sort of not redeveloped, but there was a new production mounted in the West End where the main character of Bobby is now played by a girl, and that is coming to Broadway with Patti LuPone and Katrina Lenk, as we have just talked about. I'm excited for this revival. Company, I listened to a little bit of the cast recording. Company to me is very much a period piece, and I find that it plays better when it's a period piece. We talked about Company.
You did mention this to me.
Yeah, we talked about Company on our Patreon if you guys are patrons. And it has very much, we listened to the cast recording and it has very much 70s style music in the orchestrations and everything. And this version is an updated version. I think it takes place nowadays. And so the orchestrations are very different. And I really, really miss the old orchestrations.
And they say, don't they replace like call with text at some point?
Yeah, like another 100 people instead of saying, call you in the morning or my service will explain to like, I'll something text you or whatever. I didn't listen that fully into the cast recording, but I heard of all these changes and I'm kind of just like, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, and to me, it's just the music doesn't pop as much without those brash, sort of semi-obnoxious 70s orchestrations.
Right.
Like it really just doesn't. And I'm also a little disappointed that there's a scene after the ladies who lunch where Joanne, who's the older character going to be played by Patti LuPone, says she's drunk and she's like, Bobby, when are we going to make it? Essentially asking Bobby like, hey, when are we going to fuck?
Yeah.
And so I was excited thinking about like, oh my God, now it's like a lesbian scene sort of. But apparently they changed it to Joanne saying, when are you and Larry going to make it? Larry is Joanne's husband. And it's kind of just like, oh, that's not as fun as I was anticipating. But you know what? I have an open mind. I'm excited. I think Marianne Elliott is a wonderful director. And so I am excited to see what she does with it.
And you're clearly happy about the cast.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I think Katrina Lenk is such an interesting choice to play the female Bobby. So yeah, I'm going in with an open mind, but like these are my reservations.
That's fair.
Yeah. So then there was no question for you there, Matt Palmer.
That's fine. I support the West End as well.
Of course, we love the West End.
I love the West End
show recently. Okay, next is from Jordan. Jordan says, loving the new, this is also a long email. We love Jordan. Loving the new podcast. Having an hour listening to talk about hot topics and delve into subjects each week has been even better. Thank you, Jordan. We love you.
Thank you. That's so sweet, Jordan.
Jordan has heard us mention before that It's Quiet Uptown reaction is one of our favorite videos that we have ever done.
Yes.
And Jordan 100% agrees. Jordan also likes Look What You Made Me Do reaction never fails to make Jordan laugh.
Oh, that's sweet.
So the question for Email My Heart is, what are some of your other favorite reaction videos you've done? Or are there any videos you wish you could have a do-over on? Maybe your opinion changed for better or worse of the song after more listens. I know Matt Palmer will say Into You. Or are there any songs you didn't get a chance to react to that you wish you could have? Jordan pays attention.
I know. You have a better memory of our reactions and reviews than I do. Because, I mean, no shade to those, but I think of our videos, I rewatch those the least. Like, if ever I'm like, oh, what were we doing a couple years ago? I always watch, like, the, Roomy Wed games. Like, just the silly ones that are more personal.
We talk more about our personal lives and everything. Yeah. But we realize that people love... I do watch the Look What You Made Me Do reaction.
That one is funny.
I do... The Kelly Clarkson It's Quiet Uptown reaction is there's nothing like it.
I mean,
like,
not to just speak about how amazing we are, but I do love that one. And if anyone ever wonders why in our videos now we have like, oh, click the link to go to the Facebook to see our full reaction live, it's because the It's Quiet Uptown video actually got taken down
after it had gotten several thousand views, and so everyone loved it.
Yeah, so that day we were like, okay, we're never gonna put the song in the YouTube video because it can literally, it won't even be like demonetized. It'll be completely removed from the channel, and it's like, that's not okay. Like, we can't have that. So I know people don't like it when we put it on Facebook instead of actually in the video, but if you want to become a patron, you can get them all in one. Go to patreon.com/2kmats for that option. Yes. So what are your favorite reviews and reactions we've done?
Obviously, the best video of our entire web series is you reacting to Beyonce dropping the surprise album. Oh, bless you. See,
thank you.
He even sneezes because he's just his body has such a physical reaction.
That's true. I can't not.
But yeah, that was our first like.
I did like that one. I mean, I sound like a crazy person.
You look like a crazy person.
And I was so wrong about like, how is she gonna do well? How is she gonna debut at #1 with there's no lead up and it's all surprise? And of course, Beyonce knows all, and everything worked out.
And she's Beyonce, yes. And
but yeah, that was a.
I mean, that's just
one.
Such an excellent video, and I literally don't do anything in it, but I still love it.
I love the Hamilton review we do after we just listen to it on the NPR, and we like haven't even seen, and we're just like, oh, that's just because you get so much just from listening to the score of Hamilton that you kind of can like see the musical in your head almost.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's one of the shows that once I saw it live, it like expanded a little bit for me, but I was like, yeah, no, this is kind of what I pictured in my head.
And I was so surprised. I think I was so taken aback in the video because you were so initially into it, and I was like, oh my God, Matt Palmer, it's a musical. Oh my, Matt Palmer. Oh my God.
We should have known it was a huge hit when we were both like obsessed with it at first listen.
So I think I do like that video a lot because that was our like real, like, it was such an enthusiastic, genuine reaction. Even Lin-Manuel Miranda said that we were hilarious.
He did say we were hilarious. So if anyone wants to talk shit about us, then whatever, Lin likes us. So
yeah, exactly.
That's it.
What songs that there are a lot of songs that came out that we wish we could have reacted to.
Yes, I mean lately I wish we had reacted to the Normani video.
Oh my God.
Because
we didn't know.
There was no idea we knew. There was no way for us to know it was going to be as good as it was. And maybe that'd be a fun Patreon thing. Just go back and watch it, even though it's not an initial reaction. So, but I mean, we still got it on the podcast, my initial thoughts, but that is a recent song and video that I wish we could have
I feel like, isn't there like a Beyonce moment that
we missed?
That we missed? Is there?
I don't know.
I want to say there was like something big that I'm just like, the Thank You Next video. We obviously
didn't do that.
Didn't react to.
Yes.
We reacted to that on Patreon.
Yeah.
I still think that video is overrated, but
anything that's changed, I mean, outside of Into You, which was better than, I mean, I could see why I thought the production was dated than Into You, but just listening back to it, it's like, no, this song is perfect, and I have no, issues with it. I think maybe I was a little nicer to me than I should have been, the Taylor Swift song, just because I was so I needed it to not be Reputation, and it so wasn't that in listening to it now, I like it a lot less than I did when I first listened to it, because I just was so excited that it was like, okay, we're not doing like dark rapping, melodyless, garbage, that Reputation, and
big Reputation.
Endgame is just so unforgivable to me. But so I got a lot of comments. I was like, I can't believe you like this, and truly, I can't believe I did either.
I still like me.
I do like it more than I do.
I mean, I don't love it, but like I think it's cute and fun. The go-to reaction video that I always make fun of just where it's just like, what are we doing, is Selena Gomez's Fetish.
I think that's such a random one for you to have such a problem with.
Because it's just such a random song that went nowhere, and we were just like, we gotta react to it, and our reaction was kind of just like, we like it.
It's fine. And
have you ever listened to it again?
I don't think I've listened to it again. I think we have started lately, if the song doesn't do anything for us, we'll record a reaction and just put it on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no shade.
Secret, guys.
Only secret for people who are listening to the podcast. We did record a reaction to Camila Cabello's Shameless video or song recently, and like,
I had nothing to say about it.
I have no thoughts about that.
I was like, this is fine.
And I was like,
nice.
This is pretty bad. But the thing is, honestly, I don't think it's bad, but I do think that maybe she and I have very different taste in music. I don't think she is a bad singer. I think a lot of the music that she puts out and that she's really excited about, I'm just always like, her really? Like this is I mean, I'm sure it's a very okay song, but it doesn't do anything for me. So I think we just have different tastes in music, Camila and myself. So
some stuff I regret not reacting to Selena Gomez's like Good For You.
Oh yeah, and like Bad Liar.
Because and Bad Liar. Like those are songs that we and Hands to Myself. Like that's the stuff that we really
and like we didn't react to the Lord album when it first came out,
and we loved that.
Classic.
I was talking about that album at work today. I was Green Light was playing on the at where I work, and I was dancing around to it, and I turned to my coworker Destiny. I was like, "This album's so fucking good." And she was just like, "What is this?" And I was like, trying to explain to her like everything.
And why wasn't Supercut a single? I'll never get over it.
So yeah, there are definitely some things that we regret not reacting to, and not that we regret reacting to, but kind of just like, why did we react?
I feel
to
like
this?
Nowadays you will be less likely to see us react to a Selena Gomez fetish situation. We might review it and record it and then be like, let's not put that on.
Yeah, just because it's who wants to watch a video of us being like, this was fine. We don't have much of an opinion.
Exactly.
So the last question is from Gemma. Gemma says, "Hi Matt, my faves are Lady Gaga and Rihanna.
Okay.
And so I have been starved for new pop music lately. Girl, haven't we all?"
Yes.
She asked us about Ava Max, is the first new pop star I've gotten excited about in a while. She's bringing the sound back to 2010, which Gemma has missed so much. Have you heard her stuff, and what do you think? I have not heard of her, but since you have given me a name, I will look her up.
Oh, have you heard Sweet But Psycho? She's Sweet But Psycho. That's her.
That's a good song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I love her.
Okay, well, that's a stretch. But I first heard this song when I was in Sweden for work last December, and we were in the car, and I was listening to, and I heard it, and I was like, wait, these lyrics are insane. This melody's amazing. This is kind of like Fame era Gaga with the ma or whatever. So let me Shazam it. And I was like, okay, I love her. I love this. Can't wait to hear more. Her follow-up singles have been kind of whatever to me, honestly. I do like the new one, Torn, the most. It kind of has kind of a disco flair to it. And doesn't sample the ABBA song that Hung Up samples, but it really sounds like it does.
Right.
The ABBA Gimme or whatever the song is. Yes, there's a moment in that new song that sounds just like that, but it's like, oh no, it's not a sample. It's like, okay, whatever. But yes, I think she's cool. I think that haircut thing is a little stupid, but everyone's got to have their gimmick. Have you seen her?
No.
Her whole thing is like, half my hair is short and half my hair is long, and like that's like her thing. And it's like, okay, girl.
Okay.
And
we'll see. We'll see.
It's like very gimmicky, but hey, who knows? Maybe it'll work.
Okay.
And she is exciting. Like if I was a 2010 music fan, I get why you'd like her.
Okay, I feel like that. Oh, she's Sweet But Psycho. That song's kind of how.
It is. She's trying to find a follow up. She's trying to not be a one hit wonder.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I do like that song. So I will look up Ava Max.
Yeah.
Also, another quick question from Gemma, who actually signed it as Grace. So I'm not sure if it's Gemma or Grace. We love you either both. One. Also, Matt asks, what do you think about the Ryan Murphy doing a chorus line mini series?
What do you think?
I don't fucking know. I don't know what the fuck this is gonna be. I literally, I feel like when I was younger, I would have been like, this is ridiculous. Why would you change and alter such a classic? Like, I'm furious. I'm such a purist, blah, 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 blah. But at this point, I'm kind of just like, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad.
Do you think every episode is going to focus on a different dancer?
I mean, well, it's a 10-part miniseries, and there are 16 dancers.
Oh, wow.
I imagine one whole episode will be the audition sequence, but like, how are you going to expand on stuff? Like, are you going to rewrite the Pulitzer Prize winning book? Are you going to add more songs to the Pulitzer Prize winning score? It's a score that Matt Palmer loves.
I do actually love it. It's very good. And I didn't expect to love it.
A 10-part miniseries that's actively insane, but I'm all for an insane choice.
Yes.
We'll see if it's good. We'll see if it's bad.
Is it going to be on Netflix?
I don't remember.
I think it is.
We'll review
That's interesting. I know we will. And at least it's something I like. So
yeah, exactly.
That's nice.
So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward more to that than the prom musical when that comes out.
You haven't even listened to the prom.
I heard enough of the prom at fucking the Tonys, and I was like, absolutely not.
I feel like a movie version of the prom could be fun.
I'm gonna pay attention, but I also thought it was really messy how they announced that Ariana Grande was in it, and then she had to be like, no, I'm not. That was, I don't know.
That's rough.
I'm gonna keep my ear to the grindstone about it, but I don't know about it.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
I feel like you hate that song too much.
I really hate it. What is that line in that song?
One thing's universal. Life's no dress rehearsal.
Kill me. Horrible lyrics for 100. Like, I hate that.
I don't mind it. I think it's relatively
It really
cute.
makes me throw up. I really hate it. So those are my feelings. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I think it's the last segment of the show. We made it to that point. So
it took all day.
It did. It took all day. What has been giving you life this week, Matt Steele?
Oh God, you're gonna hate this answer.
Oh God, here we go.
Because it's about Big Brother. Our one. I told you guys, please, if you're a Big Brother fan, please let me know. And someone reached out to me. I totally would say your name, but I completely forget where you reached out, whether it was email, whether it was Twitter, and I can't find your comment.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, I saw it, and I'm glad that you're with me. Guys, okay, this entire season of Big Brother has been really, really rough. The cast has kind of been a big old dud, except for an icon named Nicole. She's been the fan favorite since the very beginning. Nicole has a heart of gold, just so sweet, so wonderful. Everyone is obsessed with her. She has not been able to win a single solitary fucking thing, but everyone loves her anyway, just because she's so fucking great. And you saw me during that there was a double eviction on Thursday, and Nicole, live television, won head of household. You probably don't know what that is if you're not a Big Brother fan, but she won a competition. Matt Palmer saw me. I was so excited.
He was very excited.
And then after you went to bed, watched that moment over and over again, and I legitimately shed a tear. I legitimately cried just because I was so fucking happy for her. Well, Nicole, if this is a spoiler alert, by the way, to the one Big Brother fan. If you're not following the feeds, please turn off this podcast now.
Okay.
But obviously, head of household happened. Jackson won. Jackson literally has won 1 million competitions. He's been dominating the end. And then they have the power of veto competition where you can take off a person who is nominated.
Who was nominated?
It was Cliff, who was Nicole's number one ally, and Tommy, who Nicole evicted Tommy's number one ally during the double eviction. Nicole won the power of veto, and also it was a big famous competition they have every single year. It's called the BB Comics, where all the cast members are made up as comic book characters, and you have to guess it's like a match game, sort of see what's on the cover of the comic book. It's real stupid. I actually don't like it, but but whatever. BB does it every year, and so it's like a famous competition, and Nicole actually beat the record for the fastest time in completing this competition. She won the power of veto, and huge spoiler, Nicole is about to make the most badass move of the entire season.
She can take Tommy or Cliff off.
She's going to take Cliff off the block.
Yeah.
So Jackson, who's the head of household, the only other option is his girlfriend goes up. Cliff, Nicole, Jackson, and this girl Holly have a final four deal. Cliff and Nicole are going to vote out Holly and fucking go against their four-person alliance.
I've only watched one episode. That's pretty great.
Fucking great, because for the past couple of years, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but the juries have been a little bitter, as we call them. And where the person who maybe does a little bit more backstabbing doesn't win in the final two,
right.
And the person who plays the sort of more loyal, wholesome game ends up winning. And that is not the way old Big Brother was at all. Old Big Brother was very much, except for season 3, which my girl Danielle Reyes was robbed.
Let's finish this.
Okay. So for the past couple of years, people have been very scared to make really, really backstabby moves and really get blood on their hands. And this angelic angel, Nicole, is gonna get her hands so fucking bloody.
Hey.
It's I don't give a shit if you win, girl. You fucking did it. You are a legend.
Good for her.
I'm so excited.
The only thing I will tell you is I feel like you've gotten excited about things before they've happened several times, and then they don't end up happening, and you get so upset. So,
but you know what? It's what's been giving me a moment for the past week.
Okay.
Or this week.
Okay.
So that's what's been giving me moments. I'm just excited. I'm sorry if you don't care.
I'm not. It's more that I'm nervous this won't turn out the way we want to, and then you'll be very upset.
Well, then you'll have to buy me something nice, or make me dinner, or maybe vacuum my bedroom.
None of these seem like things I'll do.
Okay.
Okay. Well, mine is a bit base, so I can't even judge your silly giving me moments because mine is also silly.
Okay.
But okay, so last week I was listening through old songs and I found, as I mentioned at the top of the episode, Ashley Parker Angel.
Oh, that's why we were talking about it. I was like, why is he talking about Ashley Parker Angel?
About it because I physically bought his album on iTunes.
Yeah,
I went
showing me this
I'm showing you the
CD,
cover,
guys.
and because it's not on Spotify for whatever reason, and so I was like, I need the HQ versions of especially the first 2 tracks, which were co-written by Max Martin and someone whose name we don't mention anymore, but he co-wrote Since You've Been Gone with Kelly Clarkson, and he works a lot with Kesha. Used to work a lot with Kesha. But these first two songs entitled Let You Go and I'm Better are just so incredibly excellent. I feel like if in 2006 there was any justice in the world, Ashley Parker Angel's album would have been a big hit. I do think I'm Better is better than Let You Go, and Let You Go was the single, so maybe that was the issue. But I just feel like Max Martin has such a large oeuvre of music, but I feel like before Since You've Been Gone, he was going through a little bit of a downturn and he needed to reinvent his sound, because what producers kind of do is they have a sound and they just keep making the same song over and over again with various versions. And I just think every version of Since You've Been Gone that Max Martin and Dr. Puke made is so fucking good. Like, I love the Veronica's Forever. I love I'm Better. I love Let You Go. I even love My Life Would Suck Without You. And that's Since You've Been Gone part 11.
I mean, that's a great song.
Oh, it's an excellent song. But then it's just amazing to me listening to what Max Martin did in that era, especially with rock pop music. And I just miss, obviously, you know that I'm a big Avril head and I miss that sound so much. And I feel like there was never a guy that really captured the sound as much as I wanted him to.
Oh, you didn't like Good Charlotte?
No. And obviously, I'm a much bigger fan of lady pop stars than men pop stars. But these first two tracks on the Ashley Parker Angel record, I Am Better and Let You Go, especially I'm Better, are just pop songs for the ages. I really, really encourage you to go listen to I'm Better on YouTube. You won't get the quality you want, but I did buy this CD on Amazon for actually 1 cent.
Wow.
The shipping was like $5.60. The CD itself was 1 cent.
How much profit did he make off of this sale?
Literally nothing. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I get it wasn't a giant hit, but it sold like more than what CDs sell nowadays. And I just don't see why it's done on Spotify. And this is also, you know, I just feel like we all wanted to fight Spotify. We all wanted the music industry to be a profitable one, but you know, that ship has sailed. So just put your shit on Spotify. Let us all enjoy it, because I should be able to listen to I'm Better in the highest quality as I want at any point in time.
Guys, it's only 1 cent. I'm looking at this album cover art and I'm just like, man, 2006 was a time.
It was a time.
Like, this is just a weird dragon decal logo just slapped on there with some goth shit.
Yes, I tried to listen to the whole album and it's very much like, oh, I heard the Avril Lavigne album once. Let's make an album of our own.
And you know what? That's a fine thing to do.
It is, but like we could have done a little bit better. But these first two tracks truly are excellent, and I implore us all to give Ashley Parker Angel his just due.
Wow, so all the CDs that are on your dresser right now.
This is not going on the dresser. It's like Adele, Beyonce, Taylor, Mariah. Ashley Parker Angel.
Ashley Parker Angel is not going to go on the dresser. He's going to be inside a drawer.
Yes, he'll definitely go inside a drawer. I've ripped the songs on. I have it on my Spotify now, so I have everything I need from it. But it was a time. 115,000 people bought this CD the first week, and it was a flop. If 115,000 people bought a CD in 1 week right now, it'd be the hugest hit in the world.
Yeah.
They'd be like Billie Eilish. So.
Wow. Whew, man,
music's dead is the point.
Mine's rough too, girl.
It's true. Everybody's dying. So. But I think that's it from me. Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we say goodbye?
I don't think there is.
Oh, so everyone, make sure if you haven't heard our dropping of this throughout the episode, go to patreon.com/2GayMats, and for an extra $1 per video, you'll get a bonus video from us every single week. We are right now going to record a review to TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool, the iconic Best R&B album winner of 1995 at the Grammys. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at MattPaulMusic.
And it's Matt Steele.
And at 2GayMats for both of us. Go to youtube.com/2GayMats for all our main channel videos. And is there anything else for them?
We love you.
We love you so much. Thank you guys so much for listening. And we'll be back next week with another brand new 2GayMats podcast.
Bye, guys.
Bye.